In an active workshop, most machines don't rust. They wear. They get polished, stained, covered in oil, and that is what makes them look real. Let's take a look at how I weathered this machine lathe from Miniart to make it look like it's been living in a real shop. I used a 50-50 mix of XF4 and XF5 for the machine green color. For the metallics, I used all-clad paints. Specifically, I used polished aluminum for the parts that would be most reflective, and flat aluminum for the duller metallic areas like bed rails and pan. I also used Vallejo Metal Colors magnesium for the control plates. Once the initial painting was done, I used oil paints to bring out some of the details and to show some light wear in a few places. For the areas that are shifting toward yellow as the green paint begins to wear off, I used yellow ochre. I used ivory black and burnt umber on different areas to help bring out some of the recessed details and to show signs of dirtying and staining. I also used Vallejo Metal Color steel for the areas of heavy wear to expose the cast metal underneath. I used Payne's gray, ivory black, and burnt umber on the bed rails, spindle, and control panels, and also on the chuck to add depth and a little bit of discoloration. For the chip pan, I used some thinned acrylic paints to create some pooling stains. Then used a mix of burnt umber and ivory black oil paints to give it a more oil-stained appearance. After I built up some paint in the pan, I added mineral spirits to it until it became slightly thicker than a wash and let it separate and dry to form pools and splotches for the staining. I then covered the area with a matte varnish. Once that was done, I used real metal shavings I got by using a reamer on a small piece of aluminum tubing I had and scattered them in the pan under the bed, making sure to have a larger pile of them here and there. I secured the shavings using Mod Podge matte and then hit everything with some streaking grime to bring it all together. At the end of the day, I was still very pleased with the result, and I think the contrast in the different areas of the machine where there are different degrees of staining and wear is what makes it look a bit more authentic. I hope you found this helpful, and until next time, happy hobbying.